Now let's take a look at question 13. Some flowers are observed and the observations were recorded. The question requires us to identify which of these flowers are most likely pollinated by insects. Now let's analyze each of these characteristics. For first one, the flower has sweet smelling nectar. What is nectar? Nectar is a sugary fluid produced by the flower to attract insects. As such, having sweet smelling nectar is a characteristic of insect pollinated flowers. At this point, we are able to identify two flowers that are most likely pollinated by insects. They are flower A and flower B. Let's write it down. Now looking at the second characteristic, the flowers have stigma hidden in the flower. This is a characteristic of an insect pollinated flower. Why? Having the stigma enclosed in the flower allows the stigma to brush against the insect's body easily when the insect is visiting the flower. As such, pollen grains from the insect body will land on the stigma, allowing pollination to occur. So from the table, we can once again conclude that flower A is most likely pollinated by insects. Now let's look at characteristic number 3. The flower has small and dark colored petals. Now this cannot be a characteristic of an insect pollinated flower because insect pollinated flowers have large and brightly colored petals to attract insects. As such, we can conclude that flower B cannot be pollinated by insects. What other possible methods could flower B be pollinated by? Flower B could be pollinated by wind because wind pollinated flowers tend to have small and dull colored petals because they do not need to attract insects. So I'll write it here, wind pollinated. Now for the last characteristic, the flower has anthers that stick out of the flower. This is a characteristic of a wind pollinated flower. Having the anthers sticking out of the flower allows wind to carry the pollen grains away easily from the anthers. What about insect pollinated flowers? Their anthers are actually found enclosed within the flower because to once again allow the anther to brush against the insect's body, allowing pollen grains from the anther to land on the insect's body. As such, we can conclude that B and C must be pollinated by wind. So, in this case, we are looking for the flowers that are most likely insect pollinated. I will choose flowers A and B. That leaves me with option 1. Thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you found this video useful, do give us a thumbs up. If you want to check out the other videos we have made, do click on the links on the right hand side. Last but not least, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos. I'll see you next time. Bye bye!